laggy like a mother.
Before I start, if you could give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new.
Yep.
This is the way.
What is going on?
Long before the wars,
Jesse, you're frozen,
man
sir.
who walked among the stars. He knew the incredible power of the Force. He used it, he taught it, and died to preserve it for the good of all free worlds.
You're watching Star Wars Weekly Live Chat with The Force is with Jesse. The Force is with you always.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? You got me all right there? You might have I've got Lockie with me tonight, so we're pumped to talk about Obi-Wan, but he might be experiencing a little bit of lag, but we'll see how we go. It should be okay.
Well, it looks like... Are we having technical difficulties, sir?
Minox chewing on the power cables.
Hey, Eddie,
we'll see how we
Linda.
go. Hi, folks. How we all doing? We pumped up? What? Hope we're all doing well. Yeah, it's been a few weeks since I've come on live, so hopefully I can still pull this off all right. So how are we all? Hope everyone's doing good. We'll just hang out. So yeah, what a day, man. Like, what a day for Star Wars.
Sorry, Jess, you're breaking up really bad. I can't hear you.
Might be on your end. Let me know in the comments if you can hear either of us okay. Because it might just be laggy between us. So if anyone's checking out in the comments, just let us know how it's all coming across to you guys. We'll just wait for some comments to come through, make sure everything's going all right. Straight out of Coruscant. I hope you're doing well. Love these streams are happening again. Just gonna watch the second episode of Kenobi, then I'll catch up. Awesome, man. Yeah, go and watch that. All right, so it sounds like I'm coming through okay, or coming through on Lockie's end. We maybe we just can't hear each other. So we're both coming through all right, and I can hear you. Maybe you just can't hear me.
I can't hear a thing. Like, I can hear you, but it's like...
How can we make this work? Just bear with us for a second, guys.
Let's give that a go.
Yeah, just hang out with us for a little bit, guys, while we get this. It was all working all right before, but yeah, it's just sort of been a little bit funny as we've Let's come through and highlight some comments. Hello there. Hello there indeed. Oh, me too, Muzzer. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I still sort of wait around for the 6:30 time tonight. Just wanted to have dinner and stuff. So yeah, so I still waited for tonight. Give me 2 secs, folks. So we just got a little private chat trying to work out what's going on here, folks. So bear with us, you absolute legends. Thanks for coming and hanging out tonight. yeah, it's been a big day for Star Wars. So hopefully, while we can get his audio stuff working, we'll just punch along, and we'll see what we can do. All right, he's going to bounce. So glad to see you, Jeff. Glad you come and hang out, mates. Same with you, Michael. I sound fine. I look fine too. All right, so Lockie's just going to bounce for a little bit. He's going to try and reboot. We'll have another crack at it. If not, he'll jump in the chat and we'll go on with the show. So yeah, I'm just a big day for Star Wars. You know, that was, you know, with 2 episodes of Obi-Wan Kenobi, we've got Star Wars Celebration has kicked off in full force, which, you know, I'm suffering some major FOMO at the moment. Like, I just after being to the last 2 celebrations over in the United States and just seeing photos, it's just little things, you know, like people walking the streets and there's just a stormtrooper crossing a road. It's that kind of atmosphere that's just like, you got like this whole area of public where there's just, you're surrounded by Star Wars fans, and that's just, it's an electric atmosphere to be a part of, and it's something I miss dearly. I'm hanging to get back over there for hopefully the next one, and hopefully can bring some awesome folks and some friends over and just have a big old Star Wars party next one, because yeah, it's been tough over the last couple of years, but yeah, had an absolute blast watching some of the live stream today. So what are we all thinking? Like, I'll go over some of the little highlights. Like, there was the Andor trailer that looked phenomenal. I'm really blown away with that. Looking forward to hearing what some other people say about that. There was a little bit of a leaked Mando season 3 teaser trailer that went out. Not great quality yet. I dare say that will drop in due course. So if you've missed it, I dare say you probably won't have to wait long before that's officially dropped by Lucasfilm on the Star Wars YouTube channel. So stay tuned for that one. Yeah, we're gonna have some toy reveals, all sorts of stuff, all sorts. It's just so much to keep up with at the moment. But we're here for this man right here, Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm just absolutely blown away. And if you haven't watched both episodes, I don't want you to leave my stream, but you know, if you haven't watched it, I dare say just go and leave. It's fine. I'll let you go. Go and watch both episodes and come back, because yeah, that's just, I don't know. I'm feeling pretty emotional about it all. Like, it just really hit me big time. And it's going to take a little bit of therapy. That's what we're here for, group therapy. To try and just come to terms with what we've seen visually and in terms of the story at large between, you know, Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. Like, this is huge. This is really, really big. And just where we're at with Obi-Wan Kenobi, I just put out a post on Instagram. Like, let me just spill my guts for a little bit. So I just put a post up on Instagram, and it was 17 years ago that I was in the cinema. 17 years ago, I was 17 years old in the cinema for Revenge of the Sith. And that was the first time I'd legit cried at a movie, like, just, and probably the first time I'd ever felt like real heartbreak when, you know, Obi-Wan's saying, you know, you were my brother, Anakin, I loved you. It still hits me to this day. And to sort of pick up kind of where that left off and have that sort of continuation of those characters and what's happening, just absolutely mind blown. You know, there's no reason why they needed to tell this story, but it's here and going to take it all day, every day, because, you know, you can pick up from A New Hope and it's fine, but to really add some more depth to what's going on with Obi-Wan Kenobi in those 20 years on his own is just, it's incredible stuff. So yeah, we'll get some sort of favorite parts and favorite moments and stuff coming up. Tyler the Nerd says second episode is a hit for me. I think both of them, like, that just felt like a movie to me, honestly. Like part one of a movie, like just being able to watch 2 episodes back to back like that. Sorry, guys and gals, having technical difficulties on my end. We'll be back as soon as I can. Yeah, we'll give it another shot. We'll definitely give it another crack. We were planning on doing the live stream up at his place so we could both be in the same place, same time, watch the show together. But his little girl fell sick, so didn't really want to pass that around. So decided to go try it live, streaming like this across StreamYard. But yeah, it's just I'm far away from the router in the house, so it's probably not the best connection down here, and I think his laptop's a little bit on the old side, so it was a little bit sluggish for us even back a couple of years ago when we were doing Star Wars Go Figure. So we'll see what we can do. Would love to be part of Celebration, just out of my budget range right now. Yeah, I don't set a budget when I go over there. I live with the debt later. I just live in misery as soon as I get back. Andor teaser. That was incredible. Hey, Star Wars Collector, thanks for coming and hanging out. When is season 2 of The Bad Batch coming out? I have no idea. I assumed it was going to be this year. I thought they said this year, but they haven't given us a date. But I dare say by the end of this weekend, we'll know. We should know very much so. Were you shocked that the Grand Inquisitor got stabbed by Reva? No, I wasn't. I mean, I was a little bit, but I'm like, I know he's going to make it. Like, I know they're not going to directly contradict canon straight away, like straight out the gate. I just need a little bit of caffeine just to get me through the next however long we're here talking, because I'm just so keen to come and hang out and talk about Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah, it was definitely a bit of a surprise. But at the same time, like, being stabbed by a lightsaber doesn't put an end to anyone except Han Solo. You know, obviously the Grand Inquisitor, there's something else. You know, we pick up with him 5 years on in Rebels, probably, maybe 6 years on, sort of maybe 3 or 4 years before A New Hope. So we're talking another 4, 5, 6 years on from this. And who knows? Maybe he'll get tall, skinnier, and have a longer head. Who knows? We'll see. But I definitely don't think it's the end of the Grand Inquisitor. We'll see him back again. It says, first I wasn't sure how to feel about the young actress playing Leia, but after watching both episodes, I'm really loving the kid. She's got real sass. Absolutely. Like, I liked it from the get-go. Like, I was like, this kid, you know, has got that Leia attitude locked down. Like, I loved it. Like, it was just cheeky, you know, very much like, you know, you take 10 years off of A New Hope Leia and you've got this kid, and they've cast her really well. They've got her character sort of really down pat. It's really cool to see, you know, like, we sort of knew we were going to see a little bit of Luke Skywalker coming into the show, but you know, I'd heard whispers there was going to be a whole mission sort of thing where it's about saving Leia. But I was just going to sort of hold back and go, you know what, I'm not going in with any expectations, because if I don't get them, I might be upset. And that's not usually my thing anyway. I don't generally get upset, and I try my hardest not to go in with expectations anyway. But to see, like, Alderaan fleshed out, you know, Bail and Breyer Organa, Leia's parents, how amazingly beautiful Alderaan looks. After just seeing that sort of flash scene at the end of Revenge of the Sith, where, Jimmy Smits, Bail Organa, he gets home and, delivers the child to his wife. And that's pretty much all we see. Now really building on that. And that's just something that's, visually incredible. It's a nice contrast away from just sort of seeing Luke and Leia, the way they're being raised. Like, it could have gone either way. All it would have taken is Bail to say, like, we've always dreamed of having a little boy, and taken Luke. And Leia could have ended up on the farm. It could have gone either way. But to really sort of contrast the way they both are being raised on the desert on a farm, and then sort of part of a huge, political royalty on another planet that's, incredibly beautiful. And they still basically end up in the same place come A New Hope. They both, it's the Force working at will. But yeah, that was incredible. It says that opening scene when the Jedi was protecting the younglings, I burst into tears. I couldn't help it. I was right there with you, Linda. It was I didn't quite hit the tears, but it was like, here's another angle of Order 66, and they're really punishing us emotionally with that. Like, we got the little flash of Grogu being defended by the Jedi in Order 66 in Book of Boba Fett in the flashback with the Luke episode. We got a little bit more in Bad Batch with the Kanan, a little bit in Jedi Fallen Order with Cal Kestis, and now we've got this, and it's just sort of really, really painting that picture of Order 66. So when we go back and watch Revenge of the Sith, and you sort of see these quick cuts of these characters being taken out, we sort of, in our mind, we're going to be able to see like the broader picture of what Order 66 is, and how it's affected a group of younglings that, who knows whether they escaped. Like, we're going to say that there's probably a good chance that they didn't from that moment. But yeah, the Jedi that was, doing everything she could to defend those kids, to help them run and escape. That was heavy stuff. And to open the series that way was just, I really liked what they did with the sort of previously thing. And the sort of like flashback through the prequels, the story of Obi-Wan Kenobi there was really, really cool. Looks like we've got Lockie back, so let's add him in and we'll see if we can get him going.
With a little bit more of that batch with the Jedi Fallen Order, Cal Kestis, and now we've got this, and it's just sort of really painting
listen
that
to me
picture
talk
of
a little bit
66. So when we go back and watch Revenge of the Sith, and you sort of see these quick cuts of these characters being taken out,
we're going to mess
it's sort of in our mind, we're going to be able to see like the broader picture of what Order 66 is, and how it's affected a group of younglings that, who knows whether they escaped. Like, I'm going to say that there's probably a good chance that they didn't from that moment. But yeah, the Jedi that was, doing everything she could to defend those kids, to help them run and escape. That was heavy stuff. And to open the series that way was just, I really liked what they did with the.
All right, guys, we're just dealing with some lag here, so we'll just try and get this sorted again.
The sort of like flashback through the prequels, the story of Obi-Wan Kenobi there was really, really cool. Looks like we've got Lockie back, so let's add him in and we'll see.
Don't add me in.
With a little bit more of that batch with Kate.
All right, we'll bounce him out again. He's going to try on his phone. Oh, it's funny. With technology, hey? Cannot win. Leia getting kidnapped made me watch more. Yeah, that was cool. And yeah, I always knew that Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers was a bit of a creepy dude. It definitely hasn't changed my opinion of him. No, it was cool little cameo there. If you're a Chili Peppers fan, see Flea kidnapping Princess Leia. Leia was the highlight for Jeff as well. The actress they cast did a great job. I'm gonna need that credit card working for a new computer. Oh man, it's technology, dude. It's just you can't win with it sometimes. Diablo Calling's coming to hang out. Appreciate that. Hello there. I absolutely love these 2 episodes. I cried. Oh man, I'm like I said at the start, I'm an emotional wreck. I cannot wait to just sit down, watch these again, and just soak it in again. Just seeing I'm haven't got any sort of plan to talk about this in any sort of order, so I'm really just going to spitball. And if you've watched my previous live streams, like the Book of Boba Fett show that I did when that was airing, you know that I really just sort of spitball as things come to me. But seeing Obi-Wan working a sort of a monotonous sort of everyman day job, like he's basically just trying to live his life as an everyman. You know, he rides his horse to the train station, basically catches the train out to work, does the day's work, and all right, let me just get on the chat here for a second. So he's just sorting stuff out. So we'll hopefully get back up there. For me, the best part of the first episode was the 501st cameo. That was great, wasn't it? That sort of, yeah, here we go. Spare some credits for a veteran, very tastefully done. I agree. That was, it was a bit of a hard moment there. That was a bit tough, but to see Tim Morrison again, like, do we have you?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
That's good.
Yeah, awesome.
I think the only thing my phone's gonna die, so just let me run and grab my battery. If you cut me out, I'll come back in, and then we're all good to go.
Cool, man. I'll bounce you back in a minute.
Cheers, brother.
All right, we'll keep an eye on him to come back. It sounds like we've got a solution here. Gong Prime's here. Thank you for coming in. The Highland Collector. Love both episodes very much, but I don't get the hate Reva is getting. She's getting hate? I think she's cool. I think she's a really cool character. She's not the sort of run-of-the-mill, you know, we're sort of seeing the Inquisitors, you know, really sort of just, and this one, she's just, you know, doing her own thing. Like, she's got a vendetta. I'd love to see that depth of character. Like, she's not walking a straight line like the other Inquisitors. She's just wants to get the job done. She's, you know, she's going off of pure passion. Like, there's just passion, there's aggression, there's hatred, there's all these things that there's some connection there we're not sure of yet. I'll be honest, I see her turning back. I see her turning, or sacrificing herself for the greater good. So I think that's going to be the story here with Reva. I'm not sure how we're pronouncing it. Reva. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of hate for her, honestly. Aside from the retro collection figure that was announced, like, give me Black Series, give me vintage. But that, yeah, I think I'm done with the retro thing. All right, let's see if we can get him.
Does that flip? That's gonna flip. Can we do that?
We can. Hello there.
That's gonna work. That's gonna work.
It's working. It's working.
Oh god. Now go.
It only took 25 minutes. We got there.
You know, this computer's like 15 years old. I can't even update it to a new thing. So I think the credit card's gonna have to get a whirl soon.
Yeah.
You're well, brother.
Yeah, man. I think we're good. I think we're rolling. This is good. We're the boys are back in town.
Gastro cannot hold us down. Where are
Yeah,
That's
just
better.
talking about Highland Collector here has commented, said loved both episodes very much, but don't get the hate Reva is getting. I was just saying that I haven't really seen any of the hate or anything, so I'm not really sure.
I haven't seen hate. I've said, like, my personal opinion on her was she felt maybe too intense.
Maybe,
like
but I think
something.
there's a lot of untold story here still for her.
Oh, 100%. I reckon. I was watching other not live streams, but I was watching some other stuff, and people on YouTube are sort of speculating that Reva might have been one of those younglings at the start of the first episode.
Yeah,
which could well be.
I can imagine that from a point of view of a kid that's escaped and then years later has found out after, rigorous torture and stuff like that, being turned to the dark side, being used as a tool for the Empire, to find out that there was a Jedi out there that's still alive that wasn't, that basically went into hiding and chose not to protect the younglings anymore.
Yeah, so he
I can understand a bit of resentment there, but I'm not sure whether that will be the story.
It'd be interesting to see. I honestly reckon she will be a redeemed character.
Yeah, I said the exact same thing. I said I think she'll either be redeemed or it'll be a sacrifice.
Yeah, I didn't think of the sacrifice angle, but yeah, you're right. It could well be that. Where's
Linda says Leia must be the fastest running 10-year-old in the galaxy. Well, she seems to be slipping out of their little fingers every time because they seems to know she's a little bit of an escape artist.
How good did Alderaan look?
Yeah, I know. We're just talking about Alderaan, and yeah, it was. I was saying, like, you really only get that snippet at the end of Revenge of the Sith, and to see it in its like entire glory here, it's like it's going to make that moment when Alderaan's destroyed, where Leia's like, they're peaceful, they have no weapons, and you're looking at the planet now, and it's like full beauty, and you're just going, wow, they really laid waste to that planet just completely.
100%. I had A New Hope on the TV in the back just before we were going live, and it got to the bit at the start with Uncle Owen. He's just like, that wizard's just a crazy old man. And I was like, oh, like it just gives, like, just that first episode gives so much more meaning to the deceit and the lies they're keeping from Luke to keep him safe.
Yeah. What did you think of Leia and the casting of Leia and so far?
I loved it. I had no idea it was going to happen. So when it actually, that establishing shot with the ship coming into Alderaan, I sort of just went, oh my God, they're going there. Yeah. And I just, like, when they were dressing that girl up, that it's the fake out of, you think it's going to be Leia, and then it was another alien. I was just like, oh, well, we're doing it.
Yeah.
And then I started crying like I was a blubbering mess.
Where are we? Almost thought we were going to see Grogu in the temple. That would have been...
I did think that as well.
Yeah. But as I was sort of saying before, like, it's great to see another angle of Order 66 to completely break our emotional spirits all over again.
They're doing it so well. Like,
and doing clones that are actually physically, like, armored people.
They can continuously just break us down.
Someone also pointed out the 501st clone trooper that was there sort of asking for change, asking for credits for a veteran.
Yes. Yeah.
And it was Tim Morrison, like, just sitting with a full beard. Like, he's obviously been made completely irrelevant to the Empire. He's managed to somehow escape, whatever happens to the clones, whether there's just, who knows? Like, we still don't know what's going to happen to all the clones in between Revenge of the Sith and up to this point.
Well, I think hopefully that's what Bad Batch can explore.
Yeah, definitely.
I knew it was Tem straight away because you see the clone helmet and then, you know, he's like, some change. And I was like, ooh, why not? It makes sense. He was there on set while they were filming because they were doing
perfect use for it. Perfect.
Yeah.
Like to utilize him for Book of Boba Fett and then, you know, pick him up to do an extra little cameo in this was that's just perfect synchronicity across the platforms of different TV series. Like where's Captain Rex? Come on, where's Rex?
They're gonna do it. They'll probably do it in the Ahsoka show.
Yeah, I think so too. Definitely. Still don't get why Reva killed the Grand Inquisitor, even though he died in Rebels. He's not dead. We know he's not dead.
Can we talk about that? He was pretty damn dead.
Yeah, I don't think he was dead.
Like, if this was animation, he would have had crosses in his eyes and his tongue would have hung out and he would have had flies buzzing around him. He's dead. Like, he's been dead twice now. Like,
yeah.
Are we putting a bet on? Because I'm a betting man after this.
No, I'm not going to put a bet on, but he's not dead. He'll be back. Like, he says to Kanan, like at that very last moment before he falls into the generator or whatever it was, as it's exploding, he says, there are some things, you know, I fear more worse than death.
Or does he say in the expanded edition, Reva stabbed me in the chest in Kenobi episode 1?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm interested to see where they take it. But yeah, he's not done. Like, I don't think he's done.
Because I went back after it. I went back and watched the trailer because I was in shock. And all the scenes after those shots of the first episode and all the stuff that you saw of the Grand Inquisitor, nothing else shows him in the scenes with the rest of the Inquisitors. It's Reva arriving with the other two back at that the sea base, like the Inquisitor's base. So I reckon he's done and dusted for the second time.
I reckon he's gonna sleep in a Bacta tank. Do you reckon there's another one of his species? He's got like a twin.
Oh God!
He's like Grand Inquisitor Bob and Grand Inquisitor Bill, and they're just like they take places. Like they both do separate missions, so they feel like their presence is like, you know, there's one on Tatooine doing all this crap, and there's another one somewhere else like causing trouble, and they're like, this guy's everywhere. Like, how is this guy covering so many miles, like tracking down Jedi? It turns out there's two of them. There's Bill and there's Bob, and Bob just got butchered.
Bill and Bob, the Jedi hunters.
The Jedi butchers. And maybe like Bob was like the sort of shorter, plump looking dude, and Bill, he's like the tall, skinny, long-headed guy.
Yeah, he's the one with the animated head.
Yeah, he's like he's got the Jason Isaacs voice.
Yeah, 100%.
So I don't know. I think we could be onto something.
You heard it here first on this amazing podcast.
Jeff says one of the younglings from the opening scene has got to be Reva. Hates Obi-Wan for abandoning them would be my guess. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards that myself at the moment. That's what I'm thinking too. Michael says fair call. Obi-Wan is in the house. What's going on, Dave? Hope you're well, mate. Appreciate you checking in. We're going to catch up a little bit with the comments because, yeah, definitely rolling a little bit behind here. But Matt Martin's here. Anyway, been fun, everyone. Good night or good morning. And as always, stay safe. Bye. So take care, Tyler. If you're already gone, probably 10 minutes ago. The Vader cameo at the end was cool, and hopefully we see some flashbacks and some live-action Clone Wars scenes, maybe even a de-aged live-action Ahsoka. So let's just go straight to the point. Let's just talk about Vader here.
Yeah.
He has sensed Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan has just used the Force for the first time in probably 10 years. He has switched off his Force power. He's cut himself off like a certain student of his does in 30, 40 years' time. So
the movie that shall not be named. It causes so
the greatest, the greatest one of all time.
So much controversy.
Like I said, like I want to see Obi-Wan drinking, like milking a banther.
Oh,
like
blue
milk
I want to see him milk that Eobi.
Eobi milk.
Oh yes.
But yeah, the Vader, like, so Obi-Wan's used the Force for the first time, and it really took some toll on him to, save her in that moment. And then when he calls out, when he realizes, when he hears the name Vader, like what Ewan McGregor did with that moment is just the expressions on his face.
It was magnifique.
It was pain, it was dread, it was fear, it was almost something that was just like, I've been grieving this guy for 10 years and he's alive.
And now that, I know how they beat. Sorry, I was going to yawn. Obi-Wan's going to go after him. And he's going to go find out. He's going to try and turn him.
Yeah.
Because in A New Hope, he goes, you shouldn't have come back here.
Yeah. And he says, Obi-Wan thought as you did in Return of the Jedi. Because Luke's like, they're still good in you, Father. He's like, Obi-Wan once thought as you did. So, yeah, Obi-Wan's going to try. Like, he's still got that mentality that, was Padme's last words, saying that there's still good in him. And he's still, he's looking at Leia and he's thinking about Padme in that last scene, walking through the corridor. It's like, man, we're getting flashbacks, dude. Like, we are going back and seeing this relationship those people had. Like, maybe not Ahsoka, like Gonk Prime saying here, but at bare minimum, Anakin, Obi-Wan, Padme, like, we're going to get that.
Oh, yeah. Do you know how funny, when he was dreaming, when they had that close-up on his face, I was like, it's going to be like the Bacta scenes in Book of Boba. They're doing flashbacks, but it was just like a replay of the scenes from Revenge of the Sith and things like that. But I honestly thought we were going... I even said out loud, I was like, flashback time!
Yeah.
It happened, so I was a bit devastated. But
I was kind of hoping we'd see some, different angles of scenes we saw in, Revenge of the Sith and the prequels. And yeah, it's literally dumping down with rains. I've just had to crank my speakers up. So hopefully the rain's not coming through, because it's, absolutely thumping down right now. And I'm under a tin roof. It's like
Camino.
Yeah. Camino and Saber Dart.
Oh, Dexter gets the...
Oh, man, if we don't get Dexter, I mean, I'm not going to be upset, but, I doubt we're going to see him again.
I mean... It would have been... it doesn't have anything to do... Oh, my God. Sorry, everyone. It's been a long...
No, if anyone's listened to Star Wars Go Figure in the past, you know that it was
20 billion yawns. And the simple fact that I woke up at midnight last night and then was up till 6 o'clock this morning with a baby throwing up. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And then I didn't go to sleep because I watched the bloody live stream. It's just like celebration.
Oh, man.
Bastards.
If I didn't have to go to work and cut people's hair for a job, I would have just stayed up. If I was working I would have just sat up and watched it all. But we put on the last maybe hour and a half at work this morning. We got to see saw the Hayden moment where he's just like, this is where the fun begins. And it's electric
energy in that room for Hayden and Ewan. Ewan's expected because he is who he is. But what the crowd did for Hayden was just incredible.
Man.
They were chanting, Hayden, Hayden, and again, and again. And then, it was beautiful. And he was getting choked up. It was really cool.
Kingo in Eternals, he was funny, the fake Jedi. Yeah, I can't think of what his name was at the moment, but that was a cool little cameo. I thought he was a good character. The phony Jedi. He's just an absolute just a con artist. Again, another kind of character you sort of see in the underworld is he's a no good swindler, is you double crossing, no good swindler. Like you literally trying to make bank off of others' misfortune. And yeah, he was a good character. I liked him.
He had a good heart. Like, yeah, he was rorting people's money, but he was actually getting them to safety. He just did it in a very shonky way.
Yeah, definitely.
He was like the shonky promoter to go on a holiday. It's like, I can get you to this place, but it's just going to cost you a lot of money.
Yeah. Not that fussed on the fifth brother yet. Might need to see him in action before I change my mind. Yeah, I'm the same with you there. I don't know. There's just something about the fifth brother. Like, obviously, we're going from you're sort of going back where you're getting an animated character and you're, rather than what we've been so used to in the past, we get an Anakin and you change him in Clone Wars to look like an animated character. Now you got to sort of reverse engineer these characters so they look, like a realistic interpretation of an animated character. Whereas the fifth brother was a very sort of big, staunch, shark-headed, almost looking dude. Like, and now we're sort of seeing this guy that's like, he looks better in like seeing him a bit closer in the episodes actually talking. Like it's cooler than what we're sort of seeing in some blurry photos from beforehand. But I am looking forward to seeing a little bit more of him. We know he's going to survive through it. And why didn't Reva, as she's jumping, like just spitballing while I'm thinking, as she's running across the buildings, why didn't she just use her helicopter saber?
Because hers is split in two. Doesn't spin.
Oh, she hasn't got a spinny one.
So that was revealed. I saw that through Vintage Collection figures.
Yeah. Oh,
hers
okay.
Split in two, where or the fifth
yeah, okay. Spins. Yeah, so she has to go for like that third tier unlock for the HasLab thing to get it to spin.
Can we just speak on that for a second? Because we will find out. We will find out tomorrow morning. Probably, I think they said the Hasbro panel's at 9:30 American time. So that you're probably looking at the stream started at 5.
Yeah.
But so by the time we wake up, we will have new toys.
Yeah.
Please don't let that HasLab stuff be real.
It's going to happen.
He's going to buy $1,000 lightsaber.
Yeah, or it's they reckon 500 in the US, but that's going to be a $700-800 thing for us if we want it.
But no, that's what I mean. Yeah. It's going to be $1,000.
We're already paying. We're already paying $500 for Black Series lightsabers now, when they used to be like $150, $200 tops toy.
Let's not speak about the light. Let's not speak about Boba's playset that's going to cost $500. Like.
I was joking with messaging back and forth with Sith Lord 229 yesterday, Steve, and he said, "Oh, I didn't realize. I knew that I didn't know that tiers hadn't been sort of realized." And he said, "Oh, have you seen what the first tier is?" I said, "No. What is it?" Well, I didn't realize he was pulling my leg. He goes, "Batteries." He just writes back, "Batteries," with a ha ha. I'm like, "You're kidding me, right?" And he's like, "This at the moment I am," but I'm like, I would not be surprised. I said, they'll have like a Star Wars sticker on them. There'll be limited edition to that thing. And I was like,
give you a piece of cardboard that you have to get a certain amount of buyers again.
Yeah.
No, it's nonsense. Like they're coming up with some crazy cool stuff, man.
Yeah.
But they just, when they hit it, they hit. Oh, we say it all the time as collectors. When they hit it, they hit it. And when they don't, they don't.
Yeah. I think probably one tier. If you're gonna have a tier, it's a thing you can connect it on your back.
It better bloody work. I want to cut stuff in half for $1,000.
Definitely. No, I'm just not. I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get it. That's plain and simple.
It's not.
I'm trying to.
Rancor, I considered it.
Yeah. I'm trying to pay off Rey's lightsaber at the moment. I've got that Black Series one on hold for me at the moment. And I'm paying it off because it was a really good deal. And I'm like, that'll be enough for lightsabers for a while. Maybe I'll get the Obi-Wan one when that comes out.
The Obi-Wan one I will get, but just give it time. Like, I cannot afford $500 for a lightsaber.
No. Shit, no. Centurion's Corner. Hated Reva. We can see what's going to happen. Hates Jedi. Was a Jedi. Gets hunted by the Empire. And then joins Obi-Wan and sacrifices herself. It seems to be the way it's going to go. I didn't hate her. I think she's an interesting character. She's sort of just a lot of angry hatred in her. I think she's, just fueled by her emotions, and, the Inquisitors want them to walk a straight line, and she's going, no, I want to seek vengeance for whatever reason. We'll see. And he says, and
she wants to get close to Vader as well.
It seems. Yeah, she maybe she's got some ambitions. Yeah. Because she also knows. She also knows about Anakin Skywalker and Vader. I don't think many people at this point know that. How many people know that at this point?
That's what I was about to say. There's another contradiction with like the overall movies. It's like Anakin says, "I have not gone by that name for a long time," and Obi-Wan said that as well. And people are just like, "Hey, Obi-Wan, what up?" It's like, no, I'm Ben.
Yeah, but I guess if you were to decide like now, if you're like, I'm not going to go by Lockie anymore, I'm going to call myself Dave, and I'm going to go live out in the desert for 10 years and just tell everyone my name's Dave, and then all of a sudden someone goes, "Oh, you're Lockie," you'd be like, "Far out, I am. Like, I've been Dave for ages." You'd be like, it's only been 10 years, but it's like 10 years is a long ass time. Like, it doesn't feel like it when you're watching like a movie that's 20 years apart, and it's just how we go. But I don't know. I feel like 10 years is probably a reasonable amount of time to be called something different and go, "Oh, that's right.
I was called that."
The other bit, and it was like, I don't ever seem to remember owning a droid. Oh, except that little security thing that popped his head out the sand.
Yeah, it was like R2 just buried.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't ever.
Maybe like he went and found R5's head, like floating above Coruscant.
He's just buried R2. What did you make? So, like, I was writing some notes on the second watch of the episodes, and what did you make of the what's his name, Benny Safdie as the Jedi on the run?
Nari. Yeah.
I
was intrigued. Like, I got a message from another mate who comes into the shop quite often, and he said, I'd like to know a little bit more about that guy. And it's like, I kind of feel like maybe he was a youngling at the time. Somehow he's managed just to escape, survive. He's been, just managing to maybe scrape by for so long, following rumors of, a Jedi in existence in hiding, and he's just sought him out. But yeah, I don't know.
I think he was a bit reckless because he was just like, "I'm going to find Obi." Like he was just like Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Obi's like, "Leave me alone. Leave me alone."
That's why I maybe think that maybe, he was young. Like, there's probably still a lot of naivete to him, like, as someone who's trying to survive, and he's just like, "Oh, Obi-Wan's going to be the answer to all my problems." And Obi-Wan was a Jedi Council member, so if there are any Jedi survivors out there, like, they're gonna Obi-Wan would have been celebrity status sort of thing in the Jedi Order, being on the council for as long as he was. It's like everyone knows Yoda, like Mace Windu. He was definitely celebrity status. Interesting, very interesting.
What did you reckon the animal was in the ground that they were carving up? Was it a Purgus or whatever they call them?
Oh, the Purgil? Yeah, the Purgil. Yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah. It's like come out of hyperspace and just crashed.
Yeah, I thought it was. I didn't know what it was the first time, but I had a look the second time, and I was like, "That's got to be a space whale."
Yeah,
it's got to be.
Yeah, it's like that's. That's pretty cool. Like, maybe that's like one of the space whales that Ezra was like coming shooting out to hyperspace with Thrawn at the end of Rebels, and one's just sort of, I don't know, gone off course and just gone.
I'm pretty sure the robot chicken guys could fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
They had toys, which they do.
Let me catch up with some comments here quickly. 1000th Ghost. What's going on, Chris? Hope you're well. Great to hear from you. Yeah, Grand Inquisitor needs to show why he was the Grand. It'd be nice to see his skills. Who needs skills when you've got spinners? Love Leia. Thought she was very well casted, but felt very Disney. If that is Rever at the Jedi in the Jedi Temple at the start, maybe she runs into Anakin Vader there and he captures her or something, which is how she joins the dark side. Why she knows Anakin is Vader? Possibly. Don't clones have an age chip? They're meant to die at a certain age, aren't they? I don't think so. I think they literally just keep aging at twice the speed. So they obviously just, Bad Batch season 2 is going. I think will continue on, and we'll sort of start getting those answers about what happened to those clones and where they were phased out, how many of them were, sort of. There's talk in a couple of books that they were sort of decommissioned and they retired. They went and had families, yada yada yada. But who knows?
Unless they eradicated a bunch of them. Ah, you silly bastard.
If Maul can survive being cut in half, Grand Inquisitor can survive a stabbing. I think so. Ray healed him. Put him in a back to tank. Yeah, we all know the Empire's got back to tanks. Like Vader's floating in one.
Dude, that shot at the end. Oh. It was killer.
Wonder if we'll see Ponder and Dr. Evazan. Possibly.
I don't want to.
Nah, kind of done with them. Kind of done. They've had their little cameo in the Rogue One. Do you think Andor will start at Order 66 as well? I hope so.
Do you know the coolest thing about that trailer was there was so much Empire in it, and it looked so different. So there was so much
it was
more
like
color, even
clean,
though it was like
pristine. Yeah, the Empire stuff looks so clean, pristine, and new. Whereas like everything they're talking about it being like very driven on like a group of refugees that are just trying to find somewhere to live after the collapse of the Republic, and it's everything was very sort of run down. And
in that trailer, did you recognize the music at the start of Andor is very, very similar to that Eclipse trailer with that guttural like sound?
No, I really liked that big bell thing they had though. Like the guys like banging on that. I thought that was really cool.
The cinematography for that was insane. Like,
it looks really nice.
We're going to get something with Andor that we have not seen, and it's going to be elite.
Yeah. And Genevieve O'Reilly, man, like, she looks absolutely amazing as Mon Mothma.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, way to do Australia proud.
I wonder if she'll pop up in Kenobi.
It's possible, yeah.
They got Bale.
Yeah. One thing it's not an issue, but I feel like Bale looked older in Kenobi than he did in Rogue One.
Yeah, he had.
But I may need to go check out that Rogue One again. Yeah, but Jimmy Smits has probably had a little bit of work done over the years. He probably doesn't look. Jimmy Smith's probably not as youthful as he was even 5-6 years ago. But I feel like he's probably had a little bit of work done. That's just what I'm thinking. I don't know whether he has. But
is the guy that not the guy? But, what's the name of Bail Organa's wife?
Brea. Breha.
Is that the same actress?
I don't.
Revenge of the Sith?
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't believe so. Not that I could tell. It could be, but I'm not 100% sure. You didn't really get a chance to see much of her, but it could be. It could absolutely be, but who knows? I'd have to do a little bit more research. Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of cool to see her and, you know, how they're sort of treated like as senators. And
did you see C-3PO, of course?
Yeah.
Elite.
It was going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
No, where R2's, he was maybe serving drinks on the other side of the room. Yeah, no, it was a no-brainer that 3PO was going to be there.
Well, I really liked the dynamic between Leia and the cousin. It showed, like, the girl they picked for Leia is, like, chef's kiss. Amazing actress.
Yeah. Perfect amount of sassiness.
Oh, yeah, and you can tell she holds her own. Like, the scenes she has with Obi-Wan where, you know, he was like, oh, I'll play your father. And she was like, grandfather. Like, you know, just that wit and the ability to just, like, not command, but, like, snap back in this witty way was really well done.
So, Dave's asking here, answer this. If Obi-Wan has another battle with Vader, then how will they tie in the line from A New Hope? He finished that right there. There's some lines in A New Hope that are just so oblivious and so, you know, they're just very vague. They're very vague that you can tie them so many different ways. You know, there's a line that's like, when I left you, I was the learner, now I am the master. So at some point they do meet up again, and maybe there's some semblance of Anakin there that's, you know, like, I'm done, I'm out, you know, I can't be Anakin Skywalker anymore. I can't be that person. I'm Darth Vader. It's like maybe he does at one point leave Obi-Wan and lets Obi-Wan live, which is something I'm sort of theorizing here for the last couple of weeks, is that I think there's going to be some little bit of Anakin there that's going to let Obi-Wan go. But I'm not sure.
I think
we're going to find out in a few weeks.
Either way.
Definitely. There's so much room for interpretation there that it could be any way.
Because, like I said earlier, like when Darth Vader says, you should have never come back. Obviously, Obi-Wan tried to get to Vader and either turn him, and they've had some altercation, which we're going to see. And even like at the end of this, the second episode, he uses the Force and reaches out, kind of like Luke does to Leia in Empire and does in.
What do you think the chances are that their meeting takes place on a? Yeah. What do you think the chances are of Obi-Wan and Vader having a duel on in construction Death Star?
Oh, dude, I would love that. I would love that.
It covers that bit. It covers Vader saying you should not have come back to the Death Star. And when Obi-Wan goes, that's not a moon, that's a space station. Because he's like, I have seen that thing before. I know what that is. They're finally, like, he's seen it before. I'm theorizing here. He's seen the Death Star before. He's been on it. He's aware of the potential power of that machine. And then when he realizes that Alderaan's been blown away, he's gone, they've done it. You know, they've completed this. They've completed this weapon. They've done it. They've blown up a planet. And so I'm just gonna say it. I think it's gonna happen on Death Star. Like in construction Death Star.
We've got a lot of ground to cover in 4 episodes. A lot.
Yeah.
Chris
is saying here they really should put that meat away at the end of it. I don't know. I don't think so at this stage. I think that's kind of done and dusted now.
Where's Vader though? Is he on Mustafar with his back to tank?
Or maybe he's in his castle, probably. That'd be my guess.
because he's either on that water planet with the tower or Mustafar with the Bacta. So when the first time, because Reva's like, you're not going to die today. We're just going to take you to see Vader. So there is going to be a scene where they are speaking back, like they're back and forth about whatever, but it's going to be a dialogue heavy scene. Well, I hope it's going to be a dialogue heavy scene.
Absolutely. Just going on to Chris's comment here, he said they really should put that meter away at the end of the shift. And I figured it was just a shift change. That's just me. I don't know.
They run across all 3 shifts to cut that thing up.
Yeah. Here we go. Marco's in the house.
Hey, what up, Marco?
Oh boy, do we have some stuff to talk about tomorrow? Oh my lord. Would they be building the Death Star yet? How long does it take to build a Death Star? Well, they were building it at the end of Revenge of the Sith, because if you remember, as Vader and Palpatine were looking out the Star Destroyer window, they basically had the framework. And at that point, they still had, so 19 years.
Yeah, it's almost like 20 years from, because what was the tie-in novel with Rogue One with James Luceno writing?
The Catalyst one, yeah.
Yes, that was stunning because that had a lot of information about the Geonosians being hired to build it, and
and they were building it.
Geonosians?
Yeah. So they were building it by time Attack of the Clones, because the Dooku had the plans. They're just like they can't find out what we're building, so they'd started before the Clone Wars. And the whole fact that Geonosians, once the Death Star was completed or neared completion, they didn't need Geonosians anymore, so they dropped those pest bombs. It was basically big raid bombs on Geonosis, and they basically wiped them out. Because in Rebels, you met up with Saw Gerrera, and they had that lone Geonosian that was left carrying the egg.
Yeah.
Because the Empire just completely obliterated them, like wiped them, like genocide.
Classic space genocide.
Like before the Death Star got a laser, like it was just a big can of like fly spray, and they just went.
That's how they did it. That's how they decided to have it on that. Yeah.
They called it the Mortine Star.
Oh my lord. Revelations here. Revelations.
The homeless clone trooper was brilliant. It's going to be raining for a little bit now. It's winter next week.
Ooh.
For Boba Fett finale, they took the main theme and put lyrics over it. But now they're going to do that with Obi-Wan with Red Hot Chili Pepper. Oh, I hope not.
Oh, dude. I really liked Flea in this. Like, to me, he is weird enough to fit into the Star Wars
absolutely.
universe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I always knew he was a bit of a strange dude. And to put him in Star Wars playing a strange dude, like, it just worked.
How good was the scene on Dayu where Obi-Wan Kenobi goes into the drug lab, the spice drug lab, dressed in the mask, beats up those dudes, goes to rescue Leia, and he axes them with the spice bomb, and they're all high on the ground going,
That was so good.
Brilliant. Loved it.
Linda wants to know is that a big mug of vodka you have?
Unfortunately, it's water. I've been sober off the booze for just over a month. So,
nice work, man. Nice work.
I was hitting it pretty hard, so I just wanted a bit of a break.
A dry May.
Oh, yeah. Dry May and probably June and July.
Curtis, what's up, my man? Hope you're doing well. Just tuned in. Want to let everyone know I ended up crying watching Kenobi. You are not alone.
You're not alone there.
When Ben digs up the box of 2 sabers in the desert sand, I assume that was Anakin's lightsaber that he eventually gives to Luke as a gift. Yeah, well,
that is, isn't it?
As soon as he did that, I thought it's shown him going and delivering the toy to Luke.
Oh, I wanted to bring that up. That was amazing. Yeah. That's the Skyhopper, right?
Yeah, that he's seen flying around with in The New Hope. Yeah. But when he dug the lightsabers out of the box, I thought he was going to try and go give it to Luke. I think we'll see this before season's end. He will try and attempt to give it to Luke, and Owen will say, like, no.
That man's just a crazy old wizard.
Yeah. I wanted to give you this a long time ago, but your uncle wouldn't allow it.
Oh, yeah. That's true. That they can,
because Obi-Wan's really going to push for him to, like, we really need to start training him now, and Owen's just like, no, not happening. He's stubborn.
But for all the right reasons. Like, I love how that bit when Owen's being pressed, it's like, have you got a family? Yes, I have a family, and the lightsaber's in his face, and he's not giving anything up. I honestly thought, because they didn't say which Jedi they were after, Owen's thinking it's Obi. They're after Ben.
Yeah.
And like, if I rat him out, I'm dead anyway.
Yeah.
And like he said, he didn't do it for him. He did it for himself and his family.
Yeah. G-Force is in the house. What's going on, man? Hope you're well. His house is underground in a cave, even though in A New Hope he had a house. What if a crate dragon comes in and the cave collapses in itself? Who knows?
It's coming. That house is coming.
Yeah, he's just waiting for market value to drop, and he's gonna buy up.
Because I
think Bale's going to give him enough credits. Bale's going to say, "Look, get yourself a nice pad up on the hill there."
He's still a bit sorry for himself. He hasn't got to the drunk Obi-Wan yet. He's just He's not going for a drink, Master.
He's not getting paralytic and walking through the desert making crate dragon noises, Obi-Wan, yet.
No, he's not the crazy old. I mean, how high was he?
Wow!
It's just so good.
I'm just going to hunt out a few questions. Just to get through some comments here. There's a lot of hellos and greeting each other, which is awesome. Thanks everyone for coming and hanging out tonight.
I'm still frustrated they didn't show that panel, man. Because that was scheduled for 3:30 a.m. our time. I had my alarm set.
Yeah.
And then
didn't show
5 a.m. the live stream starts. And it's just like, what are you doing? That is the main event. The main event.
Hopefully we see it later.
I hope so, because I think there was people taking photos before they entered, and it was being filmed. Like, why do you hide that? You had John Williams, you had Harrison Ford, Ewan McGregor, Hayden Christensen. You had everybody. Kathleen Kennedy, if you like her or not, she is the head of the studio. You had like Andor, everybody. It was showing Willow. How cool was Willow? I'm really upset that was not shown, because that was the one I wanted to watch the most.
Yeah,
being at home.
I think we'll get it. We'll get it at some point.
If not, I'm going to write it. I'm going to write a letter to Kathleen Kennedy.
Write a letter.
Yeah.
Write an angry letter. So Chris asks, will Ben light his lightsaber before meeting Vader? I don't think so. I think he's going to have a lot of moments where he's like, oh, I could. No. But that'll be the moment.
I thought he was going to do it in the second episode against Reva.
Yeah, I thought so too, but I think, they want to hold that for a big moment, I think.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be, the first time he ignites it will be against Vader. No doubt.
Yeah. Catalyst also addressed why Death Star 1 took longer than Death Star 2. Building the station was not an issue. It was getting the super laser to work that took 20 years.
Yeah, because you have to come back with the project's been stalled.
Smoked weed and got drunk with Flea and Chad one night. He's a different unit. I don't doubt that at all.
Oh man, that's awesome. I would, if I smoked marijuana, I would do such things. But getting drunk with them would have just been just as cool.
Enough, yeah. Just bad thing is, you know who won't die, so the stakes are kind of low. Yeah.
I still like. I mean,
It's about the journey.
died.
It's about the journey. It's about the journey, not the destination.
I'm sorry, but the Grand Inquisitor died. All bets are off. I reckon Kenobi's not going to last this series.
Well, they just killed him off. They're just like, oh yeah, we're going to redo the OT now.
He'll come back in great numbers.
Just thinking about Leia and her sort of new friendship with Ben Kenobi, and when Luke saves Leia on the Death Star, he says, I'm here with Ben Kenobi. It's like, Ben Kenobi? And that gives even more precedence to why she named her son Ben.
Oh, 100%.
Like, that was, as soon as I thought that, she's like, oh, what's your name? He's like, I'm Ben. And, that's why I thought, the fact that he saved her here, he brought Luke together with her sort of thing. Like, it just adds even more for the fact that she named her son Ben. That's just yes. And I think we're up to date with comments. I need to click away and click back. For some reason, it's sort of half scrolling. We'll see. I think I'm up to date with the comments now. There might be a couple, but for some reason they're not loading. So we'll just wait and see. But yeah, what are we thinking for next week? Do we get another one Wednesday, or do we have to wait an extra week?
No, it's coming out Wednesday.
Straight back into it.
Which is crazy because like
so in like 5 days we're gonna be halfway through the season.
I know, but do you know the funniest thing was? I was like, man, it's gonna be so long till Friday, and I was like, hang on, it's Wednesday when it is. Yeah, we're good.
We are good.
But what to expect? He gets through to Vader. Or you've presumed he gets through to Vader. You got 4 episodes left. You have to have a confrontation, and then you have to have like the fight. They got to man the fort.
Yeah, man the fort for 2 seconds, man.
All right, what's happening? He's just left Tatooine. All right, what's going on in the questions? Yes, Kieran, there is only 6 episodes per season, but as we know so far, it's only 1 season. It was a limited series. So, but depending on what's happening, it's probably going to go another season if it does well. Yeah, Marvel shows just the same. I think they're, they have a tight-knit story, so they're literally just trying to keep it contained, but at the same time, one part. It did say part 1, part 2, but I still reckon it counts as 2 episodes. I still think it counts as 2 episodes. What do you reckon, Jess?
What's that?
Huge Collecto said he reckons that tonight's episode was part 1 and part 2, so it's technically 1 episode. But I think we're going to get 6 parts. Yeah, that's what I think. I think it was done. We've got 4 episodes left. No doubt about that.
Yeah. It says, it's interesting to see Ewan's performance evolve, which is now getting close to Alec Guinness's version. How good was his acting when he realized Alec was alive? That was a beautiful moment, dude. Like, just, yeah, just, you felt it just looking at him, just watching Ewan, like, just processing that feeling of going, 10 years of thinking that he'd left him dead, left him to die in lava. And then just to find out that it's like, yeah, he's alive. And that's going to hit him hard, I think.
Oh, yeah. Also, just to Eddie, in terms of a room tour, I'm getting around to it. I hadn't actually considered it because there is a lot here, but I'm getting there. There's quite a lot of empty space around that general area. I thought it was it was always going to be Wednesday, but they changed it to I think it's streaming. I think it's Streaming Wars because Stranger Things came out today.
I also think that it's a good thing to tie in with Celebration as well.
Oh yeah.
That was just a little bit of icing on the cake for that decision, but yeah, it was definitely going to be neck and neck with Stranger Things. I'm interested to sort of see what the numbers are like. Like Stranger Things is going to probably blow it out the water just because of sheer popularity, but I don't think Kenobi's not going to do bad. Like it's going to be incredible.
Hell no, it ain't. It's going to be doing like. I know they're saying limited series, but everyone has said, if it does well, but they keep the door open.
Yeah, well, I had heard whispers that the reason they decided to air 2 episodes was that there was going to be a post-credit scene, and that was going to be a tie-in with an announcement at Celebration. But what I heard was the end credit scene was actually the last moment with Anakin.
Yeah, right.
So, because I'd heard that was going to be an after-credit scene, but
that whether sucked, man.
It didn't need to. It didn't need to. It needed to be right where it was. Like, that immediate reaction of, Obi-Wan saying like Anakin, and then cutting to Vader sensing that. Like that. Yeah, you didn't want to leave any credit time in between that. Like that was. So I'm glad that didn't happen.
I did check the credits on the first episode, and Leia wasn't mentioned.
Okay.
She wasn't in the credits at all.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Which was interesting.
They probably wait and gauge the reaction from the audience, and then before they let the internet go and yell at her on Instagram or something.
Yeah,
because that's what there's a lot of people out there that are just complete douchebags that would just go straight to her Twitter and just yell at her because not my Leia. Hashtag not my Leia.
Just look at poor little Annie from episode 1. Like
yeah,
Jake
man.
Lloyd. The media and fans destroyed that kid's life.
Yeah, no, there's some buttholes out there. So yeah, protect the kids at all costs, please. All right, let's go. I'm happy to be getting Star Wars either way. I'm with you there, dude. Absolutely.
100%.
Mr. Salacious Rum. What is going on with the Grand Inquisitor? Look,
he's dead.
Obi-Wan cut Maul in half. Maul come back, and what's his little cauterized stab wound through? Like, he probably just like cooked his appendix, and that's it. He's like, hey, I don't need that. When you're doing a room tour, oh, he did ask that before.
Soon.
Mandalorian fan channel. Hello, my friends. Haven't watched Obi-Wan yet. Woke up this morning and my power is out. Did you like the episodes? Yes.
Yes.
And please,
we won't say anything. Skip along.
We won't be mean. We won't be upset if you bail. Bail right now. Not bail Organa. Just bail out of the bailout. Go. Wait until you've watched it before you come in. But appreciate you stopping in to say hello.
Yeah, but go watch it.
Curtis says, just followed you on Instagram. Lockie collection looks epic, man. Keen to see you around more. Oh, man, we'll make it happen.
Thank you.
We'll hopefully we can get you in to do this each week with us. If you're free, if Wednesday nights are a good thing for you, then we'll try and make it happen for the Kenobi series.
Definitely.
My career, the general of the Underpants Squad.
Salacious Rum. What a name.
Going to see the Top Gun Maverick today, you guys? No, I'm going to wait. My dad wants to go see it, so I'm going to go. I'm going to go see it with him at some point in the coming weeks.
Sure. I don't know. Like, I want to go see it. I just don't know when.
Yeah. Any new figures you boys want to get from this series? All of them. No, probably all. I think we're going to get some announcements tomorrow. They revealed the Black Series. They revealed the Black Series Reva, and
there was a lot of Reva on Wednesday. Oh god!
Yeah, it was like the 3 Revas. But from the look at the artwork on her box on the side of her packaging on the Black Series, I reckon you can see either the shoulder pauldron of like the Grand Inquisitor. So I think we're going to get him announced tomorrow. And I'd say probably the other Inquisitor there too, the 5th brother. I dare say we'll get those figures in the Kenobi line. Kenobi's a no-brainer. Vader's probably a no-brainer. Sorry?
Yeah, there was like 4 or 5 empty cabinets, all with like 4 shelves in them, saying revealed tomorrow. So
we're gonna do good out of this show, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good day tomorrow or early in the morning.
Yeah.
And shout out to Landspeeder Luke, on Instagram that does like the 3D files. His stories, if you go check out his page, incredible footage from Celebration. He was on the floor in the Mandalorian Book of Boba Fett show.
Yeah.
And they've got a full N1 Naboo starfighter from that Book of Boba Fett episode with an animatronic Baby Yoda in the cockpit. It's incredible. It's really cool.
We're going to have Obi-Wan and Miss Marvel in the same few days in the next few weeks, then She-Hulk and Andor same time. Yeah,
Is it bad that I don't care about the Miss Marvel, something Marvel show? I'll give it a miss.
No, it's not. It's not a bad thing. I'm looking forward to it, but
She-Hulk dope.
Yeah. Is your background the George Lucas figure just an old A New Hope?
No, that is that George. No, where are
50th boy.
50th boy.
I'm gonna go. I hope you guys are doing good and we find lots of new figures. Have a great weekend. Bye. Take care. I reckon we'll start wrapping this up because I'm getting tired.
I'm getting old. I'm sitting on the
Vintage
floor.
Collection Mando stuff on it.
Yeah. Oh, there was rumors about a Vintage Collection Naboo starfighter. And I really hope that lightsaber for the HasLab thing ain't bloody real.
Yeah, I think it is, but
that's just so depressing.
Did anyone think it was strange starting live show at Celebration with Willow? Oh, look, it was a
Lucasfilm panel. It wasn't a Star Wars panel.
Yeah, and it's all connected through Lucasfilm, so that's cool. Tony's in the house. Great to catch you live this morning. Get ready for work. Hope you're well. I'm doing very well, thank you, Tony. Appreciate that. Enjoyed Obi-Wan last night for sure. Many highlights, few nitpicks. Good night, guys. Been a blast chatting about Obi-Wan. Got to get off to bed. It's been a long day. It certainly has. This will be a day long remembered. It has seen the return of Kenobi and another episode of Kenobi.
And Andor. And Willow.
Yeah.
How about that photo of Indiana Jones, too?
What about that Mando Season 3 sneak preview that leaked?
Can we
bring that on?
Are they on Mandalore? He says he's going to Mandalore, but
definitely, man.
Bo-Katan looks like she's staring out of those classic windows.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's my theory. I think she's on Mandalore. Just the way it looks in Rebels, it's all like very whitewashed. It's bright. It's like a very desolate-looking planet, and you can sort of get that through like the background. I reckon. That's my theory, anyway.
I'm stupidly excited for that.
Good, it's gonna be a long, long time. February next year.
It's not that far away. Think about how quick this year's gone.
Oh man, it's flying by.
And then you got August. You've got, was it August 31st for Andor?
I missed the date, but yeah, I know it was sort of like late winter for us.
Yeah, I think it's 31st of August.
And that'll probably take us through.
That's 12 episodes.
Yeah, so that'll take us through to November.
Yeah, and then probably Bad Batch, and then
yeah,
because you'd probably go. You have Bad Batch either between. It's either going to be between kids' toy, by the way. Yes. It's either going to be between like Obi-Wan finishes, Bad Batch starts, then Andor, or the other way around after Andor. But we're definitely going to get. We're not going to be short of Star Wars this year.
No, we're plenty coming. It's going to be amazing, and I'm on board for this ride.
I never got off.
No,
I got in the car in about 93 or 94, and I've not got out of it.
It's a good car. Good car to ride in.
It's definitely not mine.
Oh man, it's been so good to catch up with you, dude. I missed the hell out of you. It's
I'll come by the shop tomorrow. I'll come by the shop tomorrow. Hell yeah.
Just to hang and talk Star Wars with you, man. It's so good. And it's just awesome.
I love you too, brother. It's been far too long.
It has, but yeah, thanks everyone for coming and hanging out tonight. Yeah, appreciate it. For some reason I can't get the last few comments to load up. They just want to scroll up, so I apologize if I did miss a few questions, but yeah, I'm thinking even maybe Sunday night, maybe even Monday night, I might do a bit of a live stream just to hang out and talk about Celebration and anything and everything, like just a regular old live stream. Just I'm definitely keen to sit in the saddle and talk some more Star Wars. So yeah, stay tuned to all my social media and stuff, and yeah, I'll try and plan something at some point in the coming days. But yeah, looking forward to having a chilled out weekend after work tomorrow. It's going to be good. But yeah, thanks for coming and hanging out.
Streams.
Absolutely probably not. All right, folks. Thanks for coming and hanging out, and we'll see you next time. May the Force be with you always.
Hello there. Goodbye there.